Hey there. Today we're going to talk about a couple things. I like my photography and there's also some finances I want to talk to you about. But here's the thing. When a guy comes up to you and he says, "Oh, you like investing? Let me tell you everything about a life insurance policy." You know how in the movies you have a bunch of people talking about how the life insurance agents are scum? They're like terrible people. I'm not saying this guy's a terrible guy, but what I'm saying is you shouldn't trust a person. You shouldn't trust anyone that's offering and selling you someone or something. Don't get me wrong, they can provide value to you, or they can completely take all your money. Here's the thing. Let's say you go and you need to get health insurance. Your company doesn't offer it to you, so you're out of luck. You just have to do it on your own. Here's the thing. If you go to a car insurance salesman, a health insurance salesman, a life insurance salesman, they are making money. Their ability to make money is based off of selling you something. Now, whether it is beneficial to you, or kind of beneficial to you, or really beneficial to you, or it outweighs the pros and the cons, how about this? Why don't you learn about what needs to be done and then just do it? And don't ask. Don't say, "Hey, I'd really like to learn more about this. Can you just set me up for this?" "Yeah. I know you get commission on this. Can you just take all of my money, please?" "What? No. No, you're not going to do that. What you're going to do is you're going to research it on your own, and after learning a couple things from them, you're just going to do it on your own. Once you do that, you just saved yourself a bunch of money, and if you decide not to follow through with it, it's probably for the best reasons. Because you don't have to be a financial advisor and, in a position of authority on a subject to know when there's something fishy going on. The sales I got today was, there's no taxes on it completely. You get more than S&P 500. It matches it perfectly, and no matter if the markets crash or not, you will always have your money. I'm good. That seems a little bit too perfect, and I don't necessarily want to take advice from the guy that he's not perfect, right? I don't know him that well. I don't trust him. He says they've only been doing it for 2 years. You're 50 years old. You just discovered this. I'm good. Keep it to yourself, brother. But, that's just a fact of life, is that I feel like there is a pie chart of our lives, our personality, our skill set, our relationships with others. The way your brain works is basically a combination of thousands of percentages. What percentage of hopeful are you? What percentage of helpful are you? What percentage of intelligent are you in terms of IQ or whatever you want to call it? What percentage in terms of memory, people skills, photography skills for me, and the potential for more? Percentage of obsession, percentage of passion for others, for things, for jobs, for careers, for a certain niche thing that you want to do. I feel like everything can be broken down into those. And that's why every single person is a little bit different. Everyone has to be different. Statistically, it's an anomaly that anyone is perfectly similar. No, everyone has their own way of thinking, the way they see the world. And that's what I'm just trying to explain to you. Take, for example, this. If you decide to play video games sometime, let's say you play Elden Ring. In Elden Ring, you get to choose a character when you first start. But each character has a little bit of something in everyone. If you pick a strength character, they still have a little bit of magic. And if you pick religious character, they have a little bit of strength still. So your character isn't just 100% into one thing. No. You start out with a lot of possibility, and then you narrow your scope to where you want to go. Now, for me, right now, I know what I want to do. I want to be a problem solver for a large corporation to make money and provide value to the world, hopefully in a business sense, where I'm able to make money off of that leverage of providing value to others, that attention to detail and obsession. On the other side, I hope that I'm able to make some people's lives better. Call me a politician for that, but I do want to do right by the world. I want to help the world out by the time I die. I want everything to be better that I was in it. You know, the fact that I was here on this world, on this planet, helped the world and helped people. I think those two things are very valuable. And I also like some money for my time here. What was I saying? But my point is that that's one aspect of my life. And then also another percentage, I guess you could say 30% or whatever, is geared towards photography, cinematography, videography. As you see, I'm going to be playing with the colors on this, and I'm very excited to see where I'm able to take this. But yeah, we're going to see some more cinematic videos here. But that being said, where do we go? I would have to say that I love my photography. I am currently in the process of removing that 360 camera from my workflow. It just doesn't work. The 360 camera X5, I unboxed it on this channel. I'll give you a little synopsis now. The mics are great. In bright lights, it's good. And it's perfect. But underwater, when I took off the standardized lens, it worked underwater. However, you go into slow motion. The slow motion is limited to a single lens. Then you've got stitching errors when you go underwater. The lenses are just not matching up perfectly. Also, with the huge fisheye of the 360 degrees, really, it's the same camera as your phone. You're basically, the only thing that's different is that you're eliminating the selfie stick, and it's a secondary phone. At that point, I'd rather just use my phone day to day, which will take better video, better pictures, and have better workflow for editing and a better quality of video, I think. And all this AI in it is really bogus. It really is. So, if you're looking into getting a camera and into getting a, assembly of things, I would say this. First of all, get yourself the newest phone camera you can buy. And I want you to get a selfie stick tripod combo with a Bluetooth shutter. That right there got me really far. The next step, get a DSLR with, it's $200. You get 2 lenses with it. You get it off a Facebook Marketplace from some guy that's had it in his basement for a couple of years. It's going to be 16 megapixels. I don't care what else you do with it. Hopefully it's a full frame. Try to go for Canon or Sony if possible, but if not, whatever. And with those, hopefully you got some decent lenses. You know, you want something that's got range and also shorter distance. Hopefully 2 lenses, with a variable focal length, on each one. Those 2 pieces, I think that would be perfect if I could do it over again. And then from there, you're going to start learning about photography. And if you can't afford a full frame used, you can try to go for maybe a APS-C, but it's going to be older. It's not going to be as new as your phone. Your phone sensor's really powerful now with the quality of image. You're trying to leverage that sensor. If you want to be professional, you need to get at minimum a full frame, and I would say a 24 megapixel. So try to find something that is full frame and 24 megapixel for your camera. And understand this, your quality of image isn't necessarily as important as where you are. I think you need to take a raw photo and you need to have interchangeable lenses. I think that's very important. But taking a raw photo means you're able to manipulate the colors more in Lightroom and really draw the mood and emotion out of your image. I think that's very important. And then from there, if you're feeling frisky, I would suggest maybe getting an action camera. Personally, right now, Insta360 with their Ace Pro 2, that's great. Co-engineered with Leica lenses. It's way larger than the GoPro. It's going to have a better quality of image, I think. Better video. And the audio's got to be good on it. The gyro sensing in it is pretty solid. And a lot of video cameras out right now, you won't be able to get anything with. If you want a high quality video camera that shoots perfect video to be color graded and all that, you're going to need to buy a photography DSLR or mirrorless that is also capable of doing video. Video cameras are very expensive. If you want to go into that route, you have to put all of your chips into it. Cinematography is expensive. You thought photography was? That ain't nothing compared to cinematography. I mean, the cheapest midist setups are like 20 grand. It's crazy. Honestly, at the end of the day, use your phone for everything and then decide, do I like taking portraits of people? Do I like taking pictures of animals? I promise you that if you have not utilized your phone camera to the absolute max, I'm just learning about HDR 10 mode, where I'm going to be able to color grade this after filming this, which I'm very excited about. I've never done it before. It's probably going to take forever to do, but I'm very excited I'm able to do it. Now, what is next? Let's see. Sorry, it's been a very long day. I'm very tired. I'm very excited. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and I have some things to do. I'm going to eat some steak at home. But the point is, that's what I've got with photography. Now, I do have a DJI Mini 2 right now. It shoots 4K or something like that, 30 frames per second. It's okay. It's fun. In perfect daylight, it works. But inevitably, you need to get a newer drone. You need to get a $1,000 drone if you want something like that. However, one thing to know, you should look up Quick Ass Tutorials on YouTube. He does professional drone photography and videography, and it's important to realize that you don't need a drone. You really don't. The reality is that most of the photos that you want needs to be personal and emotional. Now, what does that consist of? That consists of people, animals, everyday objects that people see. Getting it from a lower perspective, getting it close up and personal to a macro photography level, that makes a lot of sense. That's really nice. I enjoy that. However, if you go wider, bigger, and more landscape, no one really relates to that unless it's their hometown. Does that person live there? Do they see their house from your drone? Is that a little creepy? These things matter, right? And quite honestly, a lot less people will care because Google Earth exists. Google Earth has a satellite image of Earth. If you zoom in enough, that's really your house. It's not the best quality, but it gets you an idea of where you're at, which means you don't really need a drone for that. Now, if you want high quality, if you want to watch a sunset from a drone's eye view, it is really cool. And I've seen a lot of cool things with my drone. I've done a lot with it. But the other thing is, you have to fly it, you have to land it, you got to know how to use it properly for photography and videography. Otherwise, you're just messing around with it as a toy. It's kind of pointless. Now, I have it. I plan on selling it at some point and saving my money. But yeah, that's just currently what the setup is. I'm just going to use my phone on my tripod, and then also use, that's going to be mostly for videography. Hopefully be able to upgrade my phone next year. So I'm going to have to wait probably another year or so before the next phone comes out. And then I would say after 3 years, that warrants a new phone. My battery has been absolutely sucking lately. So, fair enough. Now, I probably need to get a battery case for it. Or maybe carry a charger on me at all times. I don't know. And also the storage has been an issue. I'm going to keep trying to offload my images. Having my workflow entirely on my phone can be kind of problematic sometimes. But it's what's available. It's what you have always on you. It works, man. Being able to edit your photos like that on the go and have a computer on hand at all times and not a laptop, nothing else. Your phone is really nice. You can't really go wrong with it. Having a larger screen may be valuable, but, you know, whatever. Now, let's see. I would like to get into denoising on Lightroom. I've got to find out how to do that in the mobile version. So that'll be very cool to do. But I do think there's a balance to life, you know. There's different people that specialize in different things. You have people that pick up girls online and they're really good at it. Maybe they, you know, or pick up boys, I don't know. And maybe they're good at money, and all they do is they make money, and maybe they neglect some other things in their life for that pursuit of money. Maybe you pursue relationships, friends, and family, and when you do that, maybe you don't focus on money as much, and maybe you're a little bit less hedonistic in this terms of, you know what I mean? So maybe you're a little bit more respectable. Maybe you don't get as much play and as much fun, but ultimately you have a strong family and friend dynamic, and that's very respectable. I think that when you put your focus into something, you have to give up something else. Don't get me wrong, when we all become men and women that are adults, that are high value, you know, and you do have that potential to be high value. I believe that. Maybe you're not in the best place right now, but maybe in the future you're going to be better off, and I believe in you for that. But, you know, on that journey to that, you have to realize that you got to put your focus somewhere. You can't be perfect at everything. Being perfect in everything is impossible. It really is. You can be good at a lot, but wouldn't you want to be great in something specific? Now, I'm not saying you should go out and become an alcoholic and the best in the world at it, or maybe the best bodybuilder in existence, but follow your passion. Don't be an alcoholic, though. That's not really a good passion to have. But you know what I mean. You know, just do what makes you happy. And this is such a cliche. It's disgusting. It really is. But that's reality. I don't know what makes me happy yet, so I really don't have a passion, which means all I'm driven by is obsession to random things that pick up and fall off time to time, like my interest in photography, cooking, making beef jerky, just straight up messing around, playing video games, watching TV shows, and going outside. It comes and goes. And maybe that's what gives my life complexity and meaning. You know, if I was just the guy that took photos every day, that'd be kind of boring, right? So if I have a complex life, a lifestyle, I'm able to put my stuff out there and different dreams out there and maybe accomplish those dreams and, you know, get good, get great at multiple things. I guess that's what anyone really wishes for, right? Anyways, that's what I plan on doing. Thank God this is still recording, because I really believe in this video, and I've had a handful of videos corrupt on me, and my phone battery dying and it's getting too hot or something. So I'm glad it's not kicking out today. Oh my gosh, my voice is shot. But yeah. So follow your passion, man. Follow it. I mean, or find it at least. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you find it, because I would really be inspired by that right now. But yeah, we're just doing our thing, man. We're just trying to live day by day. I'm trying to be humble about that, trying to be respectable of myself, and realizing that I'm not going to know everything and do everything right now. It's going to take time to become the man I want to be. And I got to take time to figure out what I want to be too. And maybe you feel that same way. And I guess we're all biding our time until that happens. But for the meantime, I'll hang out with you. You know? We'll keep talking. Drop some comments in the description, man. We'll keep yapping. I'm just I'm happy for myself and I'm happy for you. Because I see you're doing great things, you know? I know you're doing good things. Maybe you're in school. You did dual enrollment. Maybe you got a scholarship. You're working a job when most of your peers aren't doing nothing. I'm proud of you. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Peace.